from the front lines of faith and justice. This is Firebird Dispatch.
This week, the news cycle lit up again with updates. Not about what's been revealed in the Epstein files, but what hasn't been. And into that vacuum, all the speculation, finger-pointing, and conspiracy theory chaos that America's gotten so good at. So today, we're taking a breath. And we're going to talk about truth. Not spin, not secrets, not clickbait, but truth. And how it gets twisted, weaponized, and maybe, just maybe, hopefully, redeemed. It's been a noisy week filled with speculation, shadows, and truth, tangled up in rumor. So we're going to break it down into 3 sections: justice, betrayal, and disruption. Because when stories get this complicated, when trust breaks down and fear takes over, people reach for the version of facts that feels most familiar, most satisfying, or most righteous to shore up their own beliefs and perspective. So justice, betrayal, disruption. We have to remember that not all gospels are good news. So we need to keep referring to the original one. Dateline, July 2025, the United States of Mistrust. Part 1. The cry for justice co-opted. Let's be clear here. Sexual violence, exploitation, and systemic cover-ups, they're all real. Survivors have been silenced for generations. Powerful people across institutions, politics, entertainment, even the church, have protected abusers and erased victims. But when the truth is hijacked for political gain and twisted into spectacle or used to demonize whoever we already fear, that's no longer justice. That's another form of harm, abuse, distortion, manipulation, and spiritual violence. Somewhere in the middle of, MAGA believing that all the world is run by a secret cabal of pedophiles and child traffickers who control the international markets, and those who just want to protect the victims at all cost. Somewhere in the middle there, leaders are blowing in the wind. They've all become weeping willows and not tall sequoias. And the result? Truth is getting buried beneath the noise. It's getting lost in the chaos, and we are forgetting to listen for that still small voice. As the prophet Isaiah cried out, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness." This is exactly what the Barmen Declaration warned against in Nazi Germany, when faith became entangled with national myth. It called upon the church to serve Christ alone, not political idols, not conspiracy theories, not fear. And those who agreed with them were tortured and killed by the Nazi regime, just as the Roman Empire tortured and killed Jesus when he preached much the same. In other words, the message for us: don't let false gospels replace the real one. Part 2. Why everyone feels betrayed. Right now, nearly everyone feels betrayed, but not in the same way. Progressives are furious about how many abusers have gone unpunished, and how often survivors are dismissed or re-traumatized. Conservatives are worried about cultural decay, how morality has been diluted, and how traditional values are mocked or sidelined. And MAGA believers feel convinced that a hidden elite controls everything, that justice is an illusion, and only exposure of the whole rotten system can save us. 3 different emotions, all very real. And into that collective ache rush the voices Jeremiah warned us about: false prophets, algorithmic influencers, spiritual opportunists, selling half-truths and shadowy gospels of blame and fear. But there is no fear in love, John reminds us. Perfect love casts out fear. The problem is that fear sells. But love sees clearly. Love doesn't need a scapegoat. Love doesn't promise secret knowledge. It promises presence, protection, and a path forward. Part 3, Disrupting Systems. So if you want to know what kind of gospel Jesus lived by, look at what he disrupted. He exposed systems that used religion to shield abusers. He refused to play by the empire's script. He didn't flatter the fearful or stroke the egos of zealots. He stood in silence before Pilate. He drew in the dust before the mob, and he lifted up those who were always left behind. He said, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Not your truth, not their truth, but truth that unmasks the lie and then offers something more enduring than fear: freedom. Epilogue. This moment, this time we're living through, is a test, not just of what we believe, but of which gospel we are going to follow. The one rooted in fear and secrecy and spectacle, or the one rooted in love and justice and clarity. Conspiracy theories, where there's some nefarious reason why everything happens, or simple truth. Because here's what we know: the sacred isn't afraid of the shadows. Spirit walks us right through them until we see again with clear eyes, the courage to see what's really happening. And if you can't trust the spin that you're getting from the left or the right, then maybe it's time to anchor in something deeper. That's what we do here at Firebird Spirit. We believe it is not our job, each one of us individually or together, it is not our job to echo power. We are meant to reveal truth and to live compassion and speak with moral clarity. We think that might be your job too. Until next time, keep the faith, search for the truth, and choose the right gospel. This is Firebird Dispatch. Over and out.
You've been watching Firebird Dispatch, rising in love, grounded in justice. Join the movement at #FirebirdSpirit.